jobs that I'm doing this morning are repeat customers. The first 3 that I'm doing this morning are repeat customers. And the next 2 are new customers. So out of those 3 repeat customers, I'll make a little over $800. And those 2 other customers, well, they're just fridges, so they're $90, 45 a piece. Building those relationships in junk removal are such a huge gold mine in this business. And I don't think people realize how important it is. Let's get into this video right now. What's up, guys? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw. Last night, I went out to get drinks. I don't drink, but we went to a bar last night with one of my customers. Oh, I've been so sick the last few days, so sick. Oops. And I don't think people realize how important it is building these relationships with customers and the gold mine that you can receive with these customers. So I hadn't had this customer in a while, and he calls me and he tells me if I can come out to his house, and I'm like, yeah, sure, what do you got? He tells me all the stuff he got, and I said, I'll see you later, brother. So I go out to his house and I do the junk removal, and I'm like, oh, brother, you're one of my customers. He goes, yeah, I just moved into the Fort Worth area. And I said, that's awesome, dude, congratulations. I said, well, I'll welcome you. And we just got along. We were talking about life, we were talking about kids, we were talking about family and everything. And I got along with him really, really, really good. And I was talking to him, and I said, well, what are y'all doing later on? And he said, we're gonna get some drinks down here at this place. And I said, well, geez, how about I meet you down there with my wife? And he's like, yeah. We met down there with his wife and friend, and then me and my wife went down there to hang with him. And I was just like, dang, brother, building those relationships with customers is so important. Anyway, I kind of wanted to welcome him into the Fort Worth area last night, and that was kind of cool. But I don't really think about this that much because I have so many commercial jobs and repeat customers that I don't really think about the small things. What is making that noise? The small things that are important into this business, and that is building those relationships with those customers, because they're such a gold mine. And when I say gold mine, I mean money. And last night, I was thinking about that last night when I was sitting there, and I told him, I said, man, building this relationship with you is so cool, brother. He goes, yeah, isn't that funny where you're my customer and we're out to you? And he was like, yeah. And just talking to him about it was kind of hilarious. And he goes, well, how many other commercials, how many customers do you go out and eat with? And I said, actually my second one. And he was like, oh, really? And just by talking to him, I started thinking about the jobs that I had this week. But the jobs that I had this week, and I went by every single job thinking, how many jobs were repeat customers? And to be honest with you, oh my gosh. So out of the 72 jobs that I had this week, I did 72 this week, 40%, about 30 to 40% of them, 28 of them were repeat customers. Yeah, repeat customers. And when I say repeat, I included all my commercial contracts too, okay? And I did a crap load of commercial contracts this week. And, oh brother, I hit a lick yesterday on a commercial. I was so tired. The sun here in Dallas in the DFW area will kill you after the first job. So you gotta be careful with the sun. And I'm gonna tell you, the sun makes it so much more difficult to do these jobs. And after the second job today, I was dead. And then I ended up getting a commercial contract job really, really quick. And they sent me over and I did the job. And I'm going to tell you, oh my gosh, I was so dead. I was so dead when I got there. Anyway, I did the job.